Hey there, guys. My name is Mike Imgood, but if you're listening to this, you probably already know who I am. So I guess the better question is, why am I doing this? And what is this even? So New Year's Eve just came around, and a lot of people take the time to make resolutions around New Year's. And mine, every year, have always been around the same thing. It's time to eat healthier, it's time to go to the gym and start losing some weight. And this year, instead of setting myself up for failure in those kind of categories, I decided to try something different. And what that is this podcast. So, what I have decided to do is to break out of my comfort zone because I feel like in life I do a lot of safe things, so things that I'm comfortable with. So this is an opportunity for me to do something that isn't safe, isn't comfortable, but something that I would definitely enjoy. And so I decided that this podcast was the right forum to do that. So I have decided to create a podcast and name it the Take It Offline podcast. And the reason that I have that name and why I decided on that name, I threw out a bunch of ideas, was because, it's kind of an inside joke with someone I work with where, we were sitting there and we talk, and instead of, solving the argument, we'll just say, oh, we'll take that up, we'll take it offline, and then we never discuss it again. So there's just kind of an inside joke that we have. But now that I've rambled on about that a little bit, I kind of want to go back to the point about, doing something safe. So this is definitely not something that I'm used to doing or something I'm even comfortable with, but I listen to a lot of podcasts and I enjoy listening to podcasts. It's something that I do all the time. And I thought, why can't I do that? So this is the opportunity for me to do this. And I have a tentative plan of what I want to happen, what I want this podcast to be, how I want it to be handled. So what is this podcast going to be? Really, is that I have an interest in a lot of different topics between movies and music and video games and basically anything that any millennial likes to do. So I thought that I would take this opportunity to kind of talk about some of that stuff. I have a lot of friends who have a lot of different opinions that differ from mine, and take this opportunity to bring them on and talk about some things and have a little bit of discussion and basically whatever happens, so we'll see. um, have some topics to talk about. They can bring some topics, talk about some things that they're passionate about, but just really trying to branch out and do some different things. um, I've never really done anything like this before, so it's not like I have any familiarity where I could say it's going to be structured A, B, C, and D, and we could go from there. So this is kind of the time that, as I keep doing these podcasts and as I keep getting better at it, it'll start to take shape, and we'll see where it could go from there. But yeah, we're gonna call this episode 0, because episode 1, it'll be a little bit more structured, have some topics to actually discuss. But I just wanted to put my feelers out there and, talk about what my end goal is. And my end goal is to create a podcast, a good podcast that people will enjoy listening to, that I enjoy creating, that's fun, have some good laughs, some good discussion, and that's basically it. So that's pretty much all I got. I'm excited to keep doing this. I'm excited to bring people on and talk with them and to get things moving with this. Um, so, yeah. So, until episode 1, I will see you guys later.